already predict President Tsai will lose the campaign of 5 mayor cities election on Taiwan, 24th November 2018. By her way to play the game to always fool people around by split races and ignoring the basic economic on Taiwan, it is the time she should take the responsibility for her issue. So she must retire from the position of the chief on DPP party on Taiwan. In Taiwan 2018, on November 23, a political party used the issue of war to become the ruling party in power. This time, it is possible to use the military exercise way again to provoke a little more votes, so that this year's 6 mayors Taiwanese cities on November 24, 2018, the elected mayor of the country of city and the election of representative of the public opinion in order to become the ruling party again. But today's ruling party election way has lost the people's trust because the economy has not improved. They hope to re-elect by the election of the mayor city on Taiwan, but the people who support them are less now. They said that they have become a minority. They may not be in power again in Taiwan. I think they will lose the campaign 2018. November 23, Taiwan's ruling democracy Progressive Party DPP because they insist on military exercise on November 24. 2018, they cannot continue to be elected because the strategy with military exercise, the party has repeated claimed that the opposition party KMT party is a supporter of the Chinese Communist Party. I do not support the Communist Party. I hope if the country's armies invade Taiwan, the Taiwan will independently, automatically. I do not suppose the Chinese Communist Party. That's all I think about. And Taiwan will no longer be controlled by the Democracy Progressive Party DPP, the appropriate ruling party. Even if the KMT party is in power, officials must be elected by public opinion on Taiwan. EBC is the deep new Tao Gan Kun, a driver renting car company. Then the mother suddenly called me. He said, my mother suddenly called me over here on Taoyuan City, but he is now on Kaohsiung City because he is doing his job. It's far away from his home, Taoyuan City. There is a car rental company drivers named Gan Kun who writes on Facebook because of his working relationship. because still he's working. He often goes to work in Kaohsiung, Taiwan. But since the party has been in occupy the government, DPP, the economic has not good. The whole South City is very poor. I hope that after this campaign on Taiwan of the Mayor City 6, the governor can change the hope for this campaign of the election. No matter who you support, I'm waiting and carry you at 5 o'clock p.m. on November 23. He can freely carry people to the Kaohsiung city, to the Kaohsiung suburban, to the Kaohsiung near suburban interchange. Do not pay bribes and do not directly drive to the Kaohsiung votes. The place Kaohsiung city residents live. 10 cars didn't go into the votes place, and he do not want to charge fares. So in the vicinity of the government, the police chief named Zheng Zicheng, near the president police, the prosecutor of the Zhongzheng district instructed the police to intervene in the Kaohsiung election in the South Taiwan, saying that the driver who is willing to carry people to Kaohsiung is trying to influence the DPP candidate, try to make people cannot be elected. Therefore, only 1 week left now. Before the campaign, only left 7 days. Now, the policeman morally persuaded the driver to cancel the free car to Kaohsiung. The driver did not vote for the city mayor of Kaohsiung, #1 candidate. What the government did was to make the people fear. And the National Security Bureau in the Facebook, which means that the president cannot be smashed. The National Security Bureau in the Facebook on Taiwan, which means the president cannot be smashed. What is we called smashing? What to do is to verify the president. In the election period, he directly used the instruction of the president to go beyond the law. As long as the president of the president violated the law, is this a democracy and freedom in Taiwan? There is any things we call democracy on Taiwan? Liu Baojie, the host of the EBC News program on Taiwan, often reports on the news of Kaohsiung City candidate #1, Guo Yuhan, so he was concerned by his boss and stopped working for a week on EBC program. Now, after he come back to work last week. He was followed by stalker every day. Now, Liu Baojie said he didn't care who stalked himself. And the Dalingpu residents on Kaohsiung City on Taiwan took to the street to protest against the government's failure to keep promise. The land was changed to a square footage with a square footage, rebuild the market price as a compensation. The National Tax Bureau staff came to the door to care about his complaint. Is any problem with your taxi? We should check. Kaohsiung City Mayor #1 candidate Guo Yuhan on November 23, the night before the election campaign. On the street, vendors complained that their business all be cancelled. The location they had booked a month ago was always reported to the police station, so the owners did not dare to rent to the vendors. So the day was very disappointed. On 23 November 2018, there may be no night market without democracy sausage. They cannot make a fortune because opinion investigation will all stop. So only candidate #1 can not know how many people buy sausage, by how many traders do business, to know if he will win the campaign or lose the campaign, how many people support the #1 candidate. Now is a question. And the Legislative Bureau making the 3 law on fisheries. There is no counseling or persuasion of fishermen's laws at the time of execution. No one of lawmakers care about the fisher on Taiwan. The penalties are too strict. The object is aimed at large official fishers companies. However, government law enforcement officers use high-tech to monitor the vessels on the place of Xiaoliuqiu family fishermen in the offshore waters. Outdoor fishing or cage fishing that cannot be caught directly fine NT 1 million or moreover, and fishermen borrowed to buy fishing boats. However, the fishermen who were fined could not borrow from the bank no more. As a result, the fishermen lose their financial ability to the whole family when they go protest to the Taipei City, to the President building on Taiwan, but the government make pressure on them. Zheng Zhicheng, the officer police station. Liu Baojie, Zheng Zhicheng, this Dalingpu resident protester when the people fear the government, there is what we call coherently. Finish.